Hello and welcome to the Caldo webinar for Chile. We will give you in the next half an hour an overview of what are the Caldo main services and also the Caldo universities, which are the universities that are part of Caldo, and also some of the specificities of the universities. In this webinar, we will also be looking at the Caldo pre-assessment platform. So through Caldo, you can submit a pre-application to any of our universities and have them assessed for free, your academic credentials and also the interest that you may have for a particular supervisor. In the end of the webinar, you will also have some minutes to make some questions and get some of your doubts clarified throughout the presentation. So let's start with talking a bit about why should you choose to come and study in Canada. So through several indicators, you will quickly find that Canada is one of the countries that invests the most in research and development. So its universities are very well equipped in terms of the laboratories and also in terms of the professors that they are able to recruit. Since that by having state-of-the-art equipment, a lot of professors are interested in teaching and doing research at Canadian universities. Another great feature of the Canadian universities is that you have a series of services that are available to you. So students have several services that are available in the university campus, and that we will talk a bit more in the presentation. Obviously, if you take a master or a PhD program in one of our universities, your academic credentials will be recognized anywhere in the world. In terms of quality of living, Canada is usually ranked as one of the best countries to live in terms of life quality, security, and the general overview of how happy their population is. So usually people tend to associate Canada with a good standard of living quality. If you look at the Canadian academic system, you will find that most of the way that the system is organized is very similar to Chile. So, for example, after you do your bacharelado, you will have the option of doing a master's degree. The master's degree in Canada can have 2 or less years. So if it's a thesis-based master's, you will have 2 years. You will have the first year where you will attend courses, and in the second year, you will do your research. And if you're doing a professional master, you will most likely just do courses, so you don't have to do a research project. The professional is more suitable for people that, for example, are not interested in undertaking research or doing a PhD afterwards, but that are more interested in applying for gaining skills for the workplace. Examples of these are, for example, MBA programs or law programs. After you finish your master, you usually are able to enroll in a PhD. The PhD is usually 4 years, and the PhD you will do usually 1 or 2 years of courses. So you will have courses, and from the second or third year onwards, you will do mainly research. So you will work mainly with your supervisor doing the research that you're interested in undertaking. The QS University Ranking is published every year, and in 2016, 99 programs from Caldo universities were among the top 150 programs worldwide. After this presentation, you will have access to the slides, so you will be able to see the full list of programs when you click here. Looking at the map of Canada, you can see that the Caldo universities are spread across the territory. So right now, the Caldo universities are 9. These universities basically came together because they have identified Latin America as being a priority market for them. So they have established the Caldo office, and the office is part of the universities. So the office of Caldo is not a private entity, it's part of the universities. And it aims to assist candidates from the countries that we have agreements with, such as Chile, to apply to graduate programs in our universities, mainly course-based masters, or professional masters, thesis-based masters, and PhDs. We also assist with postdoctoral, and we are able to connect you with our universities if you wish to learn, for example, also languages. So looking a bit to our universities, we can see that the University of Alberta is one of the best universities that you can attend in Canada or in the world. The University of Alberta has a huge expertise in very different areas. Probably their highlights are the areas of life sciences and medicine. The University of Alberta has a worldwide reputation in the fields of pharmacy and pharmacology, nursing, medicine, energy, engineering. So it's a very comprehensive universities. So one of the things that it's important to know is that all college universities are comprehensive universities. So they are universities that you will find all areas of knowledge within its programs. The University of Alberta is home to the Institute of Nanotechnology. So if this is a field that interests you, definitely this is an excellent place to go. And among masters and PhDs, it offers more than 500 options, which, as you can see, it's a very big number of areas. The research excellence of the University of Alberta is listed here, and it comprises several dimensions and several areas of knowledge. Another university that is part of the university of the Calgary Consortium is the University of Calgary. The University of Calgary, it's located in the city with the same name, and it's also a wonderful university in the fields of life science and medicine. Actually, it was ranked among the 100 best universities in the world for medical research, mainly biomedical research, neuroscience, joint repair, stem cell production. And also, it has a huge emphasis, such as the University of Alberta, in the fields of energy. So the University of Alberta and the University of Calgary are located in the province of Canada that it's called Alberta. And this province is very focused on exploration of natural resources, mainly oil. So both of these universities have developed a huge expertise in these fields. The University of Calgary is also world-renowned in the areas of mental health and inflammatory and chronic disease, as well as the other areas that are listed here. The University of Dalhousie is located in the city of Halifax. The city of Halifax is near the Atlantic Ocean. And because of that, this university has developed a huge expertise in ocean research. So the ocean research that Dalhousie University does is aimed not only at exploration of oceans, but also climate change and other similar areas. Actually, this university is home of the Aquatron Laboratory, that it's probably one of the best research facilities that you can find in the world for the study of oceans and water. The university has also established a partnership with Tesla Motors, so the electric car company from the US, mainly to see if they can produce a low-cost, efficient battery to be used in cars. Other areas of interest from the University of Dalhousie are agriculture and informational science, among others that are listed here, such as energy and the environment. They also have, along with Alberta and Calgary, master programs in the areas of petroleum. The Université Laval is located in the city of Quebec City. This city is a wonderful city because it brings together elements of European and North American architecture. So it's usually regarded as one of the most beautiful cities in Canada. And it's definitely one of the best places that you can find if you're really interested, for example, in studying in French. Université Laval is a French-speaking university, so this is mainly for francophones. It is considered as the oldest francophone university in North America, and it is housed to several research facilities such as the Optics Photonics ICIP, the Geomatics Laboratory, and the Northern Studies and Climate Change. The Université Laval has a huge expertise also in the fields of forestry and forestry research, and it offers probably one of the largest amount of programs in any university in Canada. Université Laval offers programs in practically anything that you can think of. And they offer the programs mostly in French. And they also offer the opportunity to do your PhD, eventually your thesis in English, should the supervisor agrees to that. The University of Ottawa is located in the capital city of Canada. And this university, it's considered to be the largest bilingual university in North America. So if you're interested in a university that offers both programs in French and in English, or that has a mix of courses taught in English or in French, the University of Ottawa is definitely the best option. It has a huge expertise in the areas of life science and medicine, also in the areas of law, because obviously it's located in the capital city, that it develops a huge expertise in the areas of political science and public administration. And it's also home of the Center for Extreme and Quantum Photonics. So for people with an interest in physics. It also has state-of-the-art laboratories in areas such as construction and nanofabrication facilities. The University of Ottawa is also world-renowned in the areas of health sciences, so medicine, nursing. Queen's University is located in the city of Kingston. The city of Kingston is halfway between Ottawa and Toronto. So it's located in the southern of Ontario. And the University of Queen's has a lot of expertise in the areas of geography and area science. They also have developed a lot of research in the fields of fuel cell, computing, and health services and policy research. And the Queen's University was news in 2015 because one of its professors won the Nobel Prize for Physics in the areas of particle astrophysics, which is one of their research areas of excellence. Other research areas are cancer research and others listed here, such as social issues and sustainable energy and environment. Moving on to the province of Saskatchewan, you will find the university with the same name. This university is located in the province of Saskatchewan, and it's one of the best universities in the world should you be interested in studying agricultural and veterinary sciences. The university is also home of the Canadian Light Source. That is one of the major laboratories for physics. And due to its expertise in the agricultural field, the university has developed more than 400 commercial crop varieties. So it's pretty intense, the type of research that they do. Other areas of research are water security, energy and mining, Aboriginal studies, and One Health, that basically aggregates human, animal, and ecosystem health. The University of Waterloo is located in the city with the same name. This is one of the Canadian universities with the most prestige right now. This university has been consistently increasing its role in the world rankings because it has developed an expertise in several areas that are key to today's workplace. So mainly the areas of computer science, mathematics, informational systems, geography, and area studies. This university is world leader in several fields, and it's no surprise that recently Waterloo has become one of the what it's called the Silicon Valley of the North. So basically, several American companies like Google are opening offices in Waterloo because of the university. They also have the Water Institute, and they have expertise in several fields of engineering. The only thing that the University of Waterloo doesn't have is a school of health. So you won't find programs of like medicine or nursing in Waterloo. Finally, Western University is located in the city of London. Western University is a university that it's well renowned in the areas of psychology and mental health, as well as business. So the university was considered to have the best international MBA in 2015 in the world. So there is a lot of skills in the business area in this university, without any doubt. And also their Brain and Mind Institute is one of the most um, is one of the best institutes where you can find professors and people doing research in the areas of neuroscience. After having a brief overview of the universities, then why should you choose to study in a Caldo University? Like I said at the beginning, all of our universities are used to receiving international students, so they offer a lot of services. Those services range from counseling to academic writing to assistance to when the students arrive, helping them with their day-to-day um, chores such as finding a home or um, getting the transit bus pass, for example. So our universities usually have international offices that follow the students and make sure that their integration is as good as it gets. All of our universities also offer language schools in case the student is interested or in need of improving its English or its French. And all the universities are comprehensive, meaning that they offer programs in all areas of knowledge. You might find that a particular university might not offer a specific program, but in general, between the 9 universities, you will definitely find the program of your interest. In 2016, there was an employability ranking that was published by QS. And from 200 universities, 4 were called universities. So the University of Waterloo, Queen's, Calgary, and University were listed as being universities that were renowned for having very high levels of employability among its graduate students. Now talking a bit about Caldo and what we do. The Caldo Consortium and the Caldo office specializes in providing tailored advice to prospective candidates. So let's imagine that you are interested in applying to financing from Chile, for example, to a beca from CONICYT, and you want to study in Canada, but you don't know what type of program you want to study. So at Caldo, we guide you towards the options that we offer, and also we guide you towards the process of choosing a supervisor. Now, the only thing that it's relevant for you to know is that at this point, we are only able to offer these services to people that bring financing from their home country. So basically, you will need to apply to some sort of scholarship or financial assistance from your country. And taking into account that our universities usually do not allow students to pay for their PhD directly, so there needs to be either financing from a scholarship or from the professor. You will need to get some sort of scholarship to be admitted into one of those programs. For masters, for thesis-based masters, in some cases it's the same thing. So you might not be able to cover your own costs using your own funds. So it depends on the supervisor. Some professors don't accept students that state that they will pay for their studies. So they will need to have a scholarship. For the course-based masters, then it's usually when you can pay for your program. So in those cases, you don't need a scholarship. You just need to have enough money to support yourself while you're in Canada and pay the tuition. So the Caldo service is a single point of contact to have access to 9 different universities. It guides you through the options of our universities and supervisors. It puts you in contact with our universities and supervisors, and this is all for free. So we use our platform to get in touch with universities. Therefore, it's a pathway to connect with the universities, with the supervisors, and with also the resolution of day-to-day issues. So once you are in Canada, we continue to provide assistance to the students. So some of the main ideas that I mentioned. The student will need to have some sort of funding from its home country. The service is free. You will need to submit a series of documents that I will show you in a while, and the universities will issue a decision as to if the student is suitable for admission or if not, and also if the supervisor is willing to work with the student or not. So the steps that you usually need to take are the following. The first thing that you need to know is, are you applying to any sort of scholarship? And please note that you don't need to have the scholarship yet. You just need to be thinking on applying to the scholarship. Okay, so if you are thinking on applying to the scholarship, you are eligible to use the Caldo platform and the Caldo pre-admission screening. You will need to gather the documents mentioned here, so your academic CV in English, some sort of language proficiency test. If you're interested in an English language university, the TOEFL, IBT, or the IELTS academic. If you're interested in a French, the TFI, the DALF, or the DELF. The transcript of your bacharelado and also your master program, if you're applying to a PhD. If you're applying to a master program, just the transcript of your bacharelado. So the transcript is basically the certificate where your courses and grades are mentioned. So we don't need the diplomas. We just need the transcripts. And also a statement of research interest. So a document stating basically what you plan to do for research, so that the supervisor can read it and can see if he is interested or not. Afterwards, you will need to identify a supervisor, except for course-based masters, because in here there's no research thesis, so you don't need to do anything with supervisors, and submit everything via the Caldo platform, via apply.caldo.ca. Please note that this platform is free of use, so you don't need to pay for anything. And it's an excellent way of getting you in touch with universities and supervisors, because usually professors receive so many emails that they are not able to reply to everyone. So if your application comes via Caldo, it's a preferred way of getting in touch with supervisors. One very useful resource is our website that you can find at www.caldo.ca. You have all these tabs on top that have a lot of information on our universities, programs, and how to apply. And this big button here, it's the button that will give you access to our platform. Now, I'm going to show you our platform so that you have an idea of what I'm talking about in terms of how you can apply to one of our universities. So in here, you have the landing page of the platform. You just need to create a new account. It's very straightforward. And also, please read what's here. And if you're not sure how to use it, watch the video that says graduate. So graduate are the candidates that are interested in applying to master or PhD program. So once you have registered, you will have your credentials and you will be able to start your graduate application process. The graduate application process is very straightforward. So the personal information are things that obviously you're familiar with: your identification, address, country, and email contact. Afterwards, you will have the academic background. So the academic background, you will have the bachelor, the master, or a PhD, in case you are interested in applying to a postdoc. So once you have identified, you will then put in here the name of the university where you did your program and the date it was obtained. To add other degrees, you just press the green arrow and a new form will appear. Once you have that ready, you can start uploading the documents that I mentioned. So the academic transcript, the original, then the translated one. So obviously you realize that our universities are not able to read in Spanish. So if you have your documents in Spanish, you will need to translate them to English or French. Your CV in English or in French, the statement of research interest, and the language proficiency test that I was mentioning before. So you have in here some references as to what these tests are. The statement of research, there's a section in our website for resources where you will see how to write one and also some tips that will guide you on how to best produce a statement of research. If there are other documents that you would like to upload, you can add new documents here. Afterwards, you will need to mention if you're applying via scholarship. So in your case, for example, you mention yes. So please remember that if you put no, this process is not suitable for you. So you need to put yes, and then, for example, if you're from Chile, you will put CONICIT. What type of program are you applying? So you will put, for example, let's imagine that you're applying to a PhD. So you'll put in here a PhD if it's a master, and the start date. Obviously, the start date does not need to be the final one. You can just give an idea of when you would like to start your studies. And then you will move on to the program of interest. The program of interest is a very simple tool that you basically just put in there the field that you're interested, and if you are not interested in any particular university, just leave any. Or if you're interested, for example, in Queens, you will put electrical Queens, and you will have in here the PhD, and you will put submit, and it will show up there. Then you will put in here the name of the supervisor that you're interested. So if by any chance you're not able to find the name of the professors online, just let us know, because we are able to assist you with that information. You can apply to as many programs as you would like, so there's no limit here. So you can just add programs and do the same thing over and over. Choose the program and list the supervisors. If you have any comments, you can list them here. So for example, let's imagine that you don't yet have your language test, but you're doing it in 2 months. You can just write here that you will be doing your test in 2 months. And you can save this application for as many times as you wish. Okay, so the main thing is that you fill out these two initial fields, but then you can save your application. Once the application is saved, you are forward to this home, and you will submit your application. Once you submit your application, we receive it at the Caldo office. We make sure that everything is okay, and we send it to the universities. Like I said, one important thing in here is that you will need to have all your documents and make sure that you always identify the supervisors. Another thing that I would like to show you is the CONICIT website. If you go to the CONICIT website, you have in here Destinos. In Destinos, you are able to see all the Caldo universities listed here. The Caldo universities are also eligible for the current Beca de Educación. And in that Beca, you are able, if you're an educational professional, you are able to apply to programs that relate to your field. So in Caldo, we have devised the manual with educational programs that you can see when you click here. We only have this for educational programs. However, for all the other areas, we have our service that it's available to anyone that is that it's interested in attending one of our universities. So one of the things that we would like to share with you at this point is our contact information. So for any question that you may have related to any of the programs or any of the universities or supervisors, please contact us to this email here, graduate.coordinator@caldo.ca. Via this email, we are able to answer most of the questions that you have, and we are able to provide you all the support that you will need to submit a complete application via the Caldo platform. As of this point, I would like to open the discussion to any questions that you may have. Being that you may ask questions related to coming to Canada or to our universities, I will just advise that certain questions that related to programs, I might not be able to answer them right away, because we have around 2,000 programs in total, so I'm not aware of obviously all the details. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them now. Or if you prefer, you can also send me an email to the email address that it's listed here. So I will give you some minutes to write down your questions. So you will need to write the questions in the chat box that's on the side, and I will be able to listen to the question, to read the questions and answer them accordingly. point, if you don't have any questions, there is also something that I would like to share with you, that tomorrow I will be preparing an email to send to all the participants with information on the, specific links, such as immigration links, and also um, links that relate to the webinar. So you will also be receiving further information tomorrow on your email. So everyone that registered, including the presentation that you have here. So at this point, if there is no further questions, I would like to thank you all for your participation, and please make sure to visit the Caldo website and also our Facebook and LinkedIn. We are always posting information there, and we are more than happy to answer any questions that you may have to our email. The CONICET scholarship, so the Becas CONICET for Master and PhD programs, are supposed to open for the general public early in 2017, so around February, March, they open the calls. So they are usually open for a period of little more than a month. So make sure that if you are interested in studying abroad, do all the necessary procedures as of now, because you will need an admission letter for the scholarship. So everything takes a bit of time. So I will strongly advise you to start taking care of all those procedures right now. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope to hear from you soon, either by email or in a future webinar or when we visit Chile. Thank you so much.